Welcome to Legoland Windsor, and yes, I've lost my voice. Do not expect miracles from me today. We are here for Brick or Treat. Yes, whilst there's no scare mazes, the park is really nicely decorated, and of course we will take you through the Enchanted Forest, which is their walkthrough. Now, we're not here at night time. To be fair, the park shuts at 6 anyway, so it's not actually going to be dark by the time that the park closes. So there's very little point in waiting for night time to do this, because you can't actually do it at night, which is a bit of a shame they're not open till 7 like Chessington is. Now then, we started off with Flight of the Skyline, because we knew it'd get a long queue. Coming off of there, it's got a 2-hour queue after waiting about 10 minutes to get on. And they've shortened it. They've shortened the video. So the whole thing is based around the skyline, and a big skyline scene at the end they've cut out. I don't understand it. I kind of understand it from a throughput point of view, but from a, you know, I think there's other bits they probably could have cut to keep the final scene with the skyline in, which is a bit of a shame that that's gone. You only really see him once, so yeah, the build-up and everything doesn't really make sense. But it is open. Everything's working on it. It looks fantastic, and you know I absolutely love the attraction. Few rides closed today actually. The Legoland Express will not be opening today, which is a bit of a shock. We do like to go on that generally. At the moment, the Viking River, the Log Flume, the Dragon are all temporarily closed. We're hoping they're going to open. I'd like to get on the Dragon, certainly like to get on the Dragon. I expect it to be busy here at the park. So yeah, it won't be very long based on the fact that I've lost my voice, and the first thing we're going to do is go through the Enchanted Forest before it gets busy. It is worth noting as well, there is some more construction going on in Miniland, so of course we'll take you into Miniland and show you that, and they have their ghouls and ghosts dotted all around again as well, so we'll be sure to show you that. Not a lot of talking, we'll get some ride footage, and we'll make sure that you get to see everything that the park have to offer. Welcome to the Enchanted Forest. Here's a lovely little walk through this, very interactive for the children. And one thing I'll first notice this year is that rather than having different ways to go and confusing everyone, it's going to be a one route path, so we'll be able to take it all in as we walk through. Always really, really well decorated in here. And this year's no different. Skeleton Lane Cemetery. This is a bit of a shame, we got to see the white on the back of it. Would have been nice to have that maybe double-sided, especially as we come around here and see this all again. So obviously at night, I mean, it will be dusk when the park shuts. This will still be open. It will look really, really nice in here. And again as well, this has been completely taken out. Potential extension, a castaway camp, maybe a new piece. Used to be a climbing frame there. Maybe that instead of, or have this as a more of a walkthrough. Now, it doesn't actually say a particular time to come down here and enjoy it, so I don't know whether these are open this year or not, or what's going on, to be honest with you. minifigure paintings, pictures there. Of course, the Rock Lego. I'm going to a monster party coming up. However much I'm not that keen on the ride, the music is stupidly contagious. Now last year when we came out, there was quite a lot of jokes pinned up. I don't know, like this year there is. Well, I won't lie to you, actually, that's the most disappointed I've felt walking through there. It really lacks a little bit of atmosphere, to be honest. It's very cardboard cutout-y. You know, this is the only real thing apart from the entertainment they've got to sort of do with people. And yeah, the lights, there's no smoke, there's nothing really, to be honest with you.
There's literally...
Yeah, there's just not really anything going on, to be honest. You know, we had jokes on the way out last year, we had some better models at the table last year, we haven't got any of that. It's all just pictures. So yeah, actually, a little bit disappointed with that, I can't lie to you. I honestly thought that would be a little bit better. Now then, the massive spider is back over here. That is a fantastic looking fit. And look, we got a little web as well. We'll go over and have a look at that. We do want to see if the dragon's open, because I do want to get on the dragon. The park is still really nicely decorated, to be fair. And of course, over this side is where most of the pumpkins sort of live, and a little ghosty as well. You can see how busy the park is today by the Dragon's Apprentice, and of course we know how wonderful this lights up at night. So definitely more effort been put in here. This web's well cool. Look at this though. No dragon. Now there are more of these boxes hanging around as well. These are where they do generally the trick or treat. There's one down on the old Space Tower site, which was, I believe, the only one they've had in previous years. But we found another one here as well down in Knight's Kingdom. Again, I don't know what time it runs from and runs to, but it's a lovely touch to do it. They do it in America all the time. The Florida one is constantly giving away sweets. Now here's a ride I very rarely get to do, but just caught it just at opening time, so it seems really silly not to give it a bash, to be honest. I think off the Funland the other day in the Flume of Doom, I don't really know how well I can get on this, but let's go find out. There's some tree care in here, look, nice new model maybe coming. Still no dragon, but never let it be said it's not a good idea to get on the pirate log flume. Oh my god, I am drenched, absolutely drenched. And if this was open, I wouldn't have got on it. That's the worst part, so I'm blaming the dragon for being shut. But I actually quite enjoyed the log flume. It is a bit nippy today, but hopefully with the wind, it'll dry off quite quickly. So we're going to have to venture now and see whether or not I can go on a different ride. Ninjago is 45 minutes. I do rather like Ninjago, so might make the way back up to the entrance of the park and see what's going on at the top, and indeed test out what's going on in Miniland. So now fully open is a burger kitchen just here by sort of an eatery. It's usually a picnic area as well, so it might come a bit unstuck, people that want a picnic there. That's good though, it's good to have another eatery around. After going to Alton Towers and not being able to buy anything, there is plenty of places to eat here. Again, variety probably not as good as Chessington or even Thorpe Park for that matter, but it is nice to have it. Now, formerly the shop that was here, Duplo Valley shop, the coffee house which was being built earlier on in the year when we last come, is now open as well. So yeah, good to see some changes at the park. Here I am in Miniland. Now, one thing I do really like about the brick or treat is spotting the ghouls and ghosts and the Frankensteins which come around the Miniland and get put on the little mini figures. And we will going to do a little bit of that today. If you want to see most of that, honestly, go back to last year's video. That was pretty much full of that. Now, there is clearly an expansion coming to Miniland. Foundations are down. So yeah, looks like we are getting an expansion to Miniland, which is great. The recent expansion over there kind of overtook an area, a previous one that was there, but this one is just green normally. So yeah, really, really good, and it spans as well. So we'll come around here and have another look. You saw sort of the foundations, and just as you come around here, you'll see a bit more. It's always quite exciting when something new's coming to Miniland. Always quite excited. And it looks like it'll be a big project as well. Now, with the restoration that's going on in Miniland in 2021, my guess is a whole lot will reopen as one big spectacular as their main feature of 2022. I can't see any new rides or anything coming next year, given the investment in obviously Flight the Skyline this year and Mythica. So I think the reboot of Miniland will be their big investment. Wonder what it will be. Answers on a postcard. So if you're coming to Legoland during the Halloween period, it's been the same for the last few years, and honestly, this is what you're looking out for. Look, these little characters that just sort of drift in and out, and there are loads. I can't remember, we did keep a count on the screen. Let's go back to last year's vlog. We did keep a count on the screen as to how many we found, and there were loads of them. And we're not going to be spotting them all this time round, but we're definitely going to be looking at some of the improvements that were being put in place. We haven't been to Legoland for a few months now. So areas like this which were not quite ready are still not fully done, in fairness, but certainly look a lot better. And there's certainly, you know, he's there working today, look, installing the electrics on the raceway, which is coming back. There's a lot more models and figures here than what there has been. Yeah, it looks really fresh, really fresh. It just goes to show it, even in the season and in the height of the season in Brick or Treat, that they are still working on this. The restoration is completely ongoing for the year, you know, and you can really see the new models. And indeed all the skeletons and things that end up in the crowds. So all this has been stripped out and completely relaid. Quite a long job to do all this. Even advertising the new Legoland coffee, look. Established in 2021. It's obviously the coffee house, the one up by the entrance, which used to be the clothes shop. That's now Coffee Shack. And the one we saw down the bottom as well in Duplo Valley is also the Coffee Shack. And it's cool, they got little sort of advertising boards for it. Just in case you thought the Miniland workings were really simple, got news for you. They're really not. Now there are a couple of trains running, but not many. As you can see, the track has all been pulled and the whole lot is being replaced. It's quite a complicated network. But yeah, you know, in the last 4 months since we came, new models, new displays, new bits and pieces, some fixed pieces, and obviously work ongoing. It's quite a long progress. I still don't think it's going to be done this year though. I think a grand opening in 2022 will be bring Miniland back to life. Quite cool little costume contest going on. We've got the witch, Frankenstein, Dracula, a couple of skeletons. I like that. It's a nice little touch, that one. Nice easy one to spot as well. Now don't worry, normal service is resumed. The Sky Rider is closed. After getting on it last time I come, it's back to its normal. Ride that never appears to be open. Bless it. It's dry day as well. It is a dry day. Now, thanks to my voice, I could really do with an ice cream. A nice milkshake would be wonderful. Unfortunately, Ben & Jerry's is closed. Absolutely gutted. There's half term. Please open it, Legoland. Pretty please. Sky Rider today though. As with previous years, here is another trick or treat section, resting on Lego pieces. So it's not even in time, isn't it? No times on what time it opens, sadly, so I'm gonna get my treat today. So here is the guide for Brick or Treat. So the shows include a Halloween show down by the harbour with Heart Lake City. The pirate show is still on, so the pirate show is on at 12, 1 and 2, and the other shows are on at 3, 4 and 5. The Enchanted Forest, joining for his banquet. Imagination there, which is the Pumpkin Patch show, which is in Duplo Land. The Halloween takeover in Miniland's probably my favourite, and then there are character meet and greets as you go around. And of course there are the fantastic Halloween pumpkin Lego heads. Always a joy to see those. Halloween at Legoland Windsor. I've managed to get on a couple of rides today, but not too many to be honest with you. But look, I have tried off this afternoon, which is good. My voice is absolutely killing me. So we'll just sum it up. I know it's been a short video. I really haven't wanted to talk that much because of my voice, to be honest with you. Halloween is just coming to an end now for Brick or Treat. It may even have ended by the time I've got this up. It's something you really need to plan in advance. Legoland sells out really quick for Brick or Treat. The fireworks are on the 5th to the 7th of November if you want to come back for the fireworks, and indeed they have Legoland at Christmas, which runs from selected dates from November to December. Now then, Brick or Treat. So as you saw there on the way out, we quickly went through the guide of what's going on. So we have managed to pick up the guide as well for which you're handed when you enter. So you got your little monster handbook here. You can put your name on it. Just open that up, a little bit of colouring. You got some jokes in there. You've got the map. And you've got the creepy trail as well as an event guide. 14th to the 31st of October. And that's got everything in. So yeah, nice and simple to be honest with you, but does the job. So what do we think? Well, actually, I think the event is a little bit smaller than what it's feels a little bit smaller than what it's been in previous years. Again, after visiting Chessington and even Alton Towers and Thorpe Park, which arguably are probably more aimed at a different demographic, I would say. Maybe Alton Towers is a little bit less. I just feel the all singing, all dancing isn't really here. Where they're extending Miniland now, there's been a stage there before with shows and things on. That's obviously not there anymore. And it does feel like they're missing that other area to have a fairly large show. Yeah, they don't seem to, you know, even have little mini spots. When you figure Chessington this year have really upped their game with lots of little mini shows kicking around, really adding to the atmosphere, not pulling everyone to the same place at the same time. Not because of the restrictions and things or anything like that, just literally for capacity purposes. So yeah, a little bit like, I think it should be expanded a bit more across the resort. Up the top here is very empty, there's not a lot going on. So yeah, I thought there could have been a little bit more, to be honest with you. The Enchanted Forest has probably been my biggest disappointment. It just seems really boring in there. And something we didn't show as well is where you walk between the boating school and the harbour. They got the little sort of walkway under the bridge. They usually have really nice displays across there. They've only got flowers there with a couple of boards at the back now. They've completely flowered it out. I'm sure it's nice during the year, but they have used it for Christmas and Halloween events, which now they can't. So yeah, the Enchanted Forest just it's good. They've gone one way round, which is brilliant. The park's only open till 6. It will not be dark at 6 o'clock. It will be dusk, but it won't be dark. So you're not going to make the most out of the lighting which they have down there. It's very cardboardy, as we showed you when you went through. There's not that many models, to be fair. You know, a couple of things missing are the jokes at the end. They're always good to read, always good for the kids to read. They had the cauldron halfway round as well with the tensor, which bubbled out water, which attracted everyone's attention. That's not there. There's a couple of other, I think, water effects as well around the entrance. They're not there either. So yeah, a little bit disappointed, to be honest with you, with the Brick or Treat walk. And when you think that's the only sort of Halloween sort of walkthrough they've got, I don't know. I know Legoland is probably aimed at a much lower age group than what Chessington is. However, there's a lot of families here, there's a lot of adults here, there's a lot of, you know, kids that can have a little step up. You know, that's supposed to be a Monster Party banquet walking around the Enchanted Forest, and anyone that's been in Monster Party will know it's loud, vibrant, loud sounds, colourful lights. It looks really good. However much I don't like the storyline, it does look really good. That should transition to an incredible walkthrough, and I think they might have missed the boat on it. But I do love Legoland. I love coming to Legoland. I do enjoy it more on a quiet day. Obviously, we can go from ride to ride to ride without queuing. You know, Flight of the Skyline is still probably one of the best investments of the year. I can't decide what that will be yet. The biggest thing with that was I was a little bit disappointed they've cut it, but coming off it at you know, just after it opened, to find it had a 2-hour queue is probably the reason why they've done it. Love Legoland. It's had a lot of investment. It looks fantastic inside, always looks fantastic, and we definitely enjoy visiting here. But I think next year they really need to up the game on Halloween, because I think they can achieve a lot more. But let us know in the comments, did you come to Brick or Treat? What do you think? It's great to see the fireworks back on this year. They were cancelled last year. I don't know if I'm coming up for them or not. We'll have to see. But thank you for joining me here at UK Theme Parks. My voice is short. We're ending it there. Sorry for a short one. We'll see you soon.